just love us for us. They just know that things happen and we can't change what we can't change. And they love you for you. And me. Quit touching. So, what is the full moon today? What's so unique about the full moon right now?
I don't know,
It's,
but Anthony Francis is saying that he can't hear us. Oh, okay, but we can hear us. Well, you should hear us, Anthony. No, it is. This is not it.
Oh, okay.
No, I just listened.
Can you hear now?
Can you hear me now? Anthony, can you hear us now? Or maybe this is just him being funny. We're so excited. He has a new space.
I know.
And it's his grand opening on Saturday.
What's the name of his?
Well, it's Improv U, so he continues. It's the same name, but now they have a space, and
Can't wait.
They've been working away, making it great.
Can you? Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, he can hear us.
All right.
Thank you, Anthony. Why are you doing that? You like freak me out.
Because he's improving, Kate. He's improving. Gosh, laugh.
Always with the improv. Always the jokester.
All right. So, isn't it the red moon and the full moon, and they're all coming together? And this is the first time in 150 years. It won't happen again for another 150 years.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very unique. All this stuff is happening all together. And they're doing all these major things to celebrate. It's a huge, whole big thing, Kate.
So what does that mean by is that with energy and people saying
Well, I think there's a lot of energy here. So it's yeah.
So much energy, so many things going on.
Yeah, I believe in all that stuff. And
yeah.
And then and all the things that happen, there's a reason that all that happens. So
it's just so much. I just feel like lately I have been trying to block out so much because it's a lot. There's just everyone has their ideas and their things that they're posting and sharing and noise. It's just I feel like it's very noisy out there. And I'm trying to not I find that I've been more and more going into my car and just not turning on music or a podcast or anything. I'm just with my thoughts and alone, and I'm like craving aloneness.
Well, that's okay.
So don't talk to me. No, I'm just kidding.
You and your blue hair from the weekend that I saw.
Oh my gosh,
that's gonna get you a lot of alone time. Yep.
Oh
yep.
my
And that little hot dress you were in. Yep, that should do it.
I got to MC the Vince Canning stiletto race on Friday night.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, you know what? I have to bust out my knee-high boots, and I'm gonna wear my cute little onesie. And onesie, it sounds so. It's like, what are those called? The rompers. My black romper, and then bright blue hair. It was so fun.
I know, you looked like you were having laughing. So that will get you alone time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should do it. Right up there. Yep.
That's what I say.
So
you don't want people to bother you. Just walk around with bright blue hair. It's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
maybe not the best strategy.
So, and I think that, and then I graduated from my thing, and I was so excited. I was really, that was I did it, so I was very proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you too, because, and you've talked about this before, it's gratitude training, and it's like what was that? Was it 6 months or 3 months? What is it?
No, it's
like a 6-month program. You go through one, then you go through a second, and then you go through this whole
3 months,
like master class, life changing.
Well, and it's a team, and I can only, I think, and I've shared this with all of you before, that I think whatever you choose to do, I chose this, but these people were amazing. They are amazing. And the things I learned, but the graduation was amazing, and we had a little mix-up for my friends that came, and they didn't get to see me totally graduate. But the piece on there is that I think that the biggest piece for me was that how blessed I am to have such wonderful friends that came to see and be a part of every step of the way to celebrate with me. And I am in such a much better place because of it, and it's taught me some great lessons on there. And I would offer for you that through our wing women, through gratitude, all of these things, I think it ends up being support and those lessons that you learn. And I think all the things that we can do to be able to support each other and to be able to expand the mind and what you were saying. If you need that alone time, you should take it. And to be able to get and the other thing I think it did for me too, opened up a whole new space of new people to meet and to be with, and that share the same values that I do about wanting to give back and to really kind of want to change the world and like how we want to see the world to be versus what it is like all the time. So on that piece. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. And so how do you, and the importance of being able to give back. We always talk about paying it forward. So you get all this and you're given all this, and so the importance of it's my turn to give that back. So I got this quote, so I want to read it because it's my turn. So it says, "Congratulations, today's your day. Living like this has invited more laughter and magic into my life. A friend asked me if I was having a midlife crisis. I told her no. I'm having a midlife party. And these playful acts remind me it's special. It is very special now. Today, you are you. That is never truer than true. There is no one above who you are than you." And it's by Dr. Seuss. So that's my graduation.
I love that.
Yep.
A midnight, what was it? A
midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Because
but
when
turn it
people
into a midlife party.
Party. And so for me,
I'm having a midlife party.
Because for me, people were like, "Well, what's going on with you? Like, you're just like, what's all that?" And I'm like, I've just, changed the way I think. It's just different, and I don't have to. And
I love that midlife party.
And with that said, I'm going to be in this. So, and I want everybody to support. This is, I was honored, and I'm truly honored to be in an evening all about women. It's about love, loss, and whatever, and what I wore. And Sharon Glass is in it. And there's our very favorite community leaders, Jan Savrick, Lolita Janik, and FAU professors Lynn McNaught and Catherine Johnston. And it's directed by Desmond Gallant. And it's on February 8th, and it's at FAU at the Boca campus. And all the money that's raised is going to be able to benefit scholarships for the Master Studies in FAU's program for the women's programs.
That's
and,
awesome.
I read the script, and it's a reading, and it's a really cool play. So I hope you guys will support us and be out there, because we have to be up there on that stage, and I'd really be honored if you would be out there and be with us. So,
awesome. Lynn says, "I'll be there." Thank you so much, Lynn. And Heidi says, "Midlife party awesomeness." Yes, I know. And if you're watching this, please like it. I know some of you are commenting, and we have a really fun topic today. So if you have any questions for our guest when we bring her on, please ask questions, but like this video if you're watching right now. We want to see those little.
That's one of the things thank you. We're working really hard, you guys. As you all know, we have a new name, also Listen, Learn, Care Foundation, and our Hanging Out the Hive and Women's Symposium. And we're going to be working on liking our pages and getting comments up. So would you please just take a minute and do the thumbs up and write your comment, and so we can start to get that campaign going. So thank you so much. So who's here with us today?
Okay, today we have a really great topic, because everyone is always asking about social media and marketing and how you do it effectively. So, I mean, obviously this is a topic we could go on for days and days about, but our guest is going to fill us in on some of the latest trends in social media and some things that you can start doing today to increase your views and audience on your social media sites. So please help us by joining Alexis Haywood.
Oh, yes, and bundle of knowledge here.
She
little
really,
tiny thing is like this bundle of knowledge.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes,
Thank you.
yes.
And Alexis actually, she works over at Woo Creative, and we use Woo Creative for the social media. So all of the fun posts and things that you see through the Listen, Learn, Care Foundation, that is all thanks to Alexis and her team over there at Woo Creative. And so tell us, first of all, not only is she great at social media, but she's a a savvy little entrepreneur. She has a little side hustle going.
Yeah, so it's called 270. It's 270 Magazine. I started it at FAU with some friends out of the university press because we got really frustrated with the university press. And so we decided to just branch off and do our own thing. I think we're going to do like 3 years now. We do fashion and lifestyle and a lot of food. And we post articles as frequently as we can. Videos. We just did Delray Fashion Week, so our video just went up today for the swimwear. And then our evening wear video is going up soon. And we have an intern this semester, which is really fun. She's doing video and stuff like that. And yeah, that's us.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I didn't.
And talk about having a midlife party. Oh, Corey says, "Hi, Alexis.
Hey,
Your team is
Corey.
watching. Make them proud." So, speaking of midlife party, this one just had a big birthday. How young are
I
you?
turned 23.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. I'm leaving.
I know, right?
I'm leaving.
She's so cute. She walks into the office and she's like, "Oh my God, you can't believe." I'm like, "No, stop right there. I'm
Yeah,
stopping
I
right
can't
there."
say anything because I'm the youngest by like 5 years.
Yeah,
So
in the office,
Yeah,
yes.
I can't say anything.
That's
5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the next oldest, or the next youngest, I guess. I think.
Sweetheart, get a grip. Okay, true.
Get a grip.
Get a grip.
Oh
Move
my
on.
gosh.
Yeah.
So, obviously, there's a lot of different ways we can take the topic of social
Yeah.
media. I think for most people watching, first of all, if you have a specific question for Alexis, please comment and let us know. But I'm curious. I think everyone has Facebook. Most people are using Facebook to some extent. And a lot of times they're asking questions about Instagram and YouTube and all these other sites. But most people's audiences are on Facebook. And I think starting there is a good place to just see what are some of the mistakes that you see businesses make that they can change to start
Okay.
to see some success.
Well, for one, you need to post frequently. Like, if you run a like ad, we were just talking about this yesterday with some clients. If you run a like ad and you don't post, like, people are going to like your page and they won't be engaged. So you might not post for a few weeks and you might bring up those likes with that like ad, and then when you do post, people will be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that business," and actually unlike you because they're like, "Oh, I forgot about you. Why did I like this page if nothing's going on?" So you need to be engaging, and then you also need to think about your audience that you're trying to reach, and just like little things where all your posts should be consistent. It's still branding, right? So you need to use the colors that you are going to be using on your website. Use the fonts that you're using on your website or the fonts that you use. Don't go back and forth between different things. I think staying consistent is huge. And just like posting consistently, and also the imagery that you put up there.
So, in answer to case, like on Facebook, and you have a page, and it's got all that information on the page where it says the address, and it says so if you're liking them, and the stars, like how often it takes them to answer, their response. How important is that stuff?
I think it depends on what your business is. So for Listen, Learn, Care, I try to answer immediately when people come through because that is important, right? Because you're helping other businesses, and you're helping other individuals. So if someone wants to reach out for you to help, they need to know that you're going to answer them. And then reviews are also super important because like testimonials in your case is like, how did they help me? How did they help this business and that business? And that brings in more people. So for your business, definitely for medical things, reviews are like very needed. But for like 270, we don't really need reviews. Like we have it, like you can review us, but it's not needed in our case. Or in Kate's case, you probably do need reviews, right? To bring in more business. Like, oh, how did Kate help this business? How did Kate help that business? So that would be important.
So we had a really interesting conversation yesterday, and one of the things that came up, and I think it's something that we neglect, and if you want to draw in the millennials, and I'll throw you in that bucket because I mean, Shirley, she's as old as my fingernail.
Right.
So I just want to know is you have your base and you have the people that follow you and they're very loyal, but then you want to throw in this new group of young people
Mm-hmm.
that are out there, but you still have to keep that base that you have, and you don't want to really change it up too much because you got to keep consistency, right?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You probably should use a different platform.
Okay.
So millennials use Facebook, but not as much as the older generation, and the one below. What's the one after millennials? What are they called? I don't remember what they're called.
Oh, I don't know.
Like Gen X, Gen Z, something. They don't use Facebook at all. They don't even have a Facebook. So they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter. A lot of millennials are actually on LinkedIn because they're trying to find jobs. So if you're trying to reach them through that platform, but Instagram's really big with millennials. Like we just scroll and scroll and scroll and double tap all day.
Yeah. Scroll and double tap.
Also, emails are super huge too. Just for like everyone on every platform. Like even any online publication, no matter what age range they're trying to get to, email is super important. And it's a more engaged audience than you would find on social media.
So when people are focused on all their social media efforts, they doing an ad of some kind to get email addresses is maybe
like
a good
lead
strategy.
generation is huge. Yeah. So actually on Facebook you can set up a lead generation ad where the person just, as long as they click like learn more or whatever button you choose, it will autofill. So they don't even have to type in their email and type in their phone number or anything like that. It'll just autofill.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And what we need to do that.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we run that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should do it for the Difference Maker Network because those emails we really need to send
See,
out
these
more
are tips.
information.
Like, I mean, I think there should be for idiots like me that are like,
And there's it's so many.
It's so much stuff that
Yeah.
you just are like. There should be one complete book for dummies with social media.
Well, the problem too is it changes
all
so
the time.
I got inbound certified through HubSpot a few years
What
ago.
you got? What?
Inbound certified.
Sure. Okay. Like,
So inbound marketing is kind of similar to digital marketing, but a little bit different.
Okay.
It's complicated. It's complicated in that sense too. But
Well, inbound marketing is essentially like you're creating content that then your people are finding you and connecting you, and
Okay,
that's
got it.
so
Got it.
outbound is like billboards.
Okay.
Inbound is whatever you would Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
inbound certified is it's a process. It's like a legit because
Yeah.
inbound is like the
Yeah. So
Wow.
I got it through HubSpot, and they make you renew it every 17 months because everything changes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing. Like Facebook, they're always changing. Like there are how
Facebook
many?
just changed again.
Yeah.
Their feed just changed again.
So let's talk about that because I know some people are freaking out about the feed and the changes, which really, if you're doing things right, you shouldn't be concerned. But what are the changes mean for businesses with the new?
Facebook is going to show more friends now than they are groups and businesses and pages. So some people think that Facebook is doing this for businesses to pay them. So you have to boost every post now, and you have to just run ads, and you just have to boost videos and everything for people to see it because they're going to show organically your friends and what your friends are doing on vacation, trying to bring it back to what Facebook started as. But their algorithm is still going to show posts that you like and pages that you like, and it's going to be quality content, and you just have to put out quality content for people to be engaged. Because if you're going to take some random photo off of Google and just post it on your page, people aren't going to like that.
Right.
But if you
So you have to do a little work.
quality.
Long are the days where you can just get away with posting inspirational quotes all day.
Yeah.
And thinking that's going to
You
get
need
somewhere.
to post quality content that really can't say the right word, but like educates your audience.
And I think the way that Mark Zuckerberg, when he announced it, wasn't he really focusing on the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
He was making it conversation. So if you have a business page, Facebook is really looking more for comments and likes and shares and that versus just number of views or something like that. Like they really want to know that what you're posting is creating a response from people. It's getting people talking, because if it's getting people talking, that means you're starting a conversation, which is more like a friendship kind of a thing, but it's showing that you might be a brand or a business, but you have a real relationship with your audience.
So it's kind of one of those things where prompting the question, being the question, really being the leader of prompting a question where you're questioning the thought provocation of what's out there, and getting people to start to think about what are those answers out there.
Exactly.
Being a difference maker, being whatever that is, or what are the things on how do you make money, or if you're going to be an angel investor, or if you're going to, whether it's for businesses or small. I know, like in Palm Beach County, they just put up in City Center, they're going to give 5 businesses storefronts away for free for a lease for a year.
At City Place?
Yeah.
Because they're doing it on Clematis.
Yeah, on
a co-working space.
And that would be a great social media great social media campaign. But then you get all these benefits with it for 5, and then the first year you get for free, but it's a 5-year lease. But
that's cool.
I mean, I would think, but what it provoked me to think was, wouldn't that be a great campaign of just asking questions for 365 days out of the year of how do you make a business work? Yeah,
there's so many startups now that's just...
Or pop-up shops. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many that you're just trying to...
Oh, there's your red moon.
So, here we go. Here's the moon. Let's talk a little bit about advertising, because I know now, like for businesses, it is a pay-to-play platform. You really need to spend money, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. You could spend $5 a day, $10 a day. So talk to those who have either tried it or are interested in trying it a little bit about the different kinds of ads, because we have this conversation all the time. There are 17 different types of Facebook ads.
Yeah, there's like...
So, I knew that. I didn't know it was 17, but I thought it was like 13.
Oh, it's like a ton. So talk about some ads that maybe like the top 3 ads that businesses really should consider running.
See, then again, it depends. It totally depends on your business. So if you're trying to sell a product, you should do a carousel ad, which I'm sure we've all seen, just product and product and product. Or now they even have, I forget the exact name of it, but you can have a picture of a product being used and then like little products on the bottom, so you can go through the Facebook shop and buy it that way. But obviously, like Listen, Learn, Care doesn't need to do that, because you're not selling a physical product.
Some of the people that are here are not all it's not all nonprofits, or they have services. So part of the services that they have to offer, or even or events that they have to offer, and so for event companies that have events that they have to offer, I've seen it before where they've had that kind of an ad, and then they have people's faces, and
like
then
who the speakers are.
And who their speakers are, and they show them like that.
I mean, you can do it that way too. Events on Facebook, so Listen, Learn, Care has a ton of events, right? So it's really important to have the event on Facebook, like make a make an event on Facebook, and then you can boost it that way. But like with the events that we do, it goes to a different link. So we could also do another ad with just a picture and then a link to the registration. So that's another way to get users off of the Facebook platform and like actually register. Or you can have people build engagement organically through the events on Facebook. So you can do it both, but you can boost the event and you can also do an ad that would take them straight to the registration page. But it's good to have an event, because then they'll read up on it more and stuff like that, and see if anyone's commenting and saying like, oh, who else is going? Who else do I know that's going?
Yeah, I saw that, because I see a lot of people look to see who's going, and that's the part that a lot of people look at from a networking perspective. Is it worth my time?
Absolutely.
To go?
Yeah.
And that's why I think that piece is so important, because and you see, like, when I see that it got sent out to 500 people, and then it's like all these like 300 people are interested. Well, that's all swell. Who's actually going?
Yeah, exactly.
And I want to know who's going to attend the event.
What's cool is like if you put that you're interested, then you can follow up with those people, and you can target just those people by posting in the event.
So that's a great point, because I don't even know that we do a great job at that part. So say that we do an event, and you do that, and you have an interested piece. We should probably, and people that do those, and you have those things, should come back with an take one that's just geared towards interested parties, and say, because that's probably another ad that you could make, or they have available that I never knew about. See, I learned something today.
No, that's true, because
I never thought of that like that.
Yeah.
I just always look at who said yes.
Yeah.
And I never thought of it that the people that are interested are really the ones that you want to go.
I don't know if you would even need to do an ad for that. I'm not sure if you can specifically target. It would have to be like a ton of people for you would want to pay for that. But you can, once you post in the event,
I would just call them out and say, hey, you interested parties?
Yeah, go from interested to coming.
Because look who's coming.
Well, I think a lot of people, I do this all the time. Like, I'll say I'm interested because I want to get the notifications, just so I remember about the event.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many people that send events out. And it's like, and I feel bad because they just assume I've seen it. But everyone has to realize, like...
And I can't remember all
No, I don't remember all of them. So, like, I definitely stay interested in some because I do want to go, but I don't want to commit to saying I'm going, but I want to get the updates. Which I know a lot of people do. I yell at people for doing it when we're having events.
I think I've only put interested in, like, every event, and I've, like, never gone.
Really?
I'm like, yeah. If I'm on the other side of those events, I'm, like, the person that I hate.
Oh, my gosh.
So... Social media for you, like, where do you see it? What's the new hot? If Facebook's doing this stuff, and then the Twitter thing. There's just so much of it. There's so many things. What's the next What is?
I don't even know. Like, there's a lot. I know Casey Neistat tried to do another social media platform that didn't work.
Oh, he did? Was it? It was video related?
Yeah, it was Beam. I don't know if you. Then CNN bought it, and now it's over. But yeah, it was like a Snapchat.
Oh, that's all. CNN bought it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No big deal. Gosh.
It was like Snapchat, but instead of you looking at your phone, you like put it on you, and like it used your sensor. Whenever it sensed that it was black, it would record. So, like, the purpose was, like, you don't look through your phone. You could experience the moment and share the moment.
Oh.
A cool concept, right?
Yeah.
But, I think I downloaded the app and with some friends, and it just didn't work, really. But that was, like, a platform that tried and failed. There was also that other live app that I think faded away, too. I forget the name of it.
Is Snapchat still pretty...
Snapchat's getting bigger in some areas, but also Instagram stories is taking over.
Okay.
So a lot of brands are using Instagram stories instead of Snapchat now, and like influencers are moving over to Instagram instead of Snapchat.
Okay.
I think Snapchat actually their stock and everything went down because of Instagram stories.
Because I heard that Instagram, because when we very first looked at all this stuff, Instagram was not it was kind of not doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Instagram is really something that we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we post on Instagram on Listen Learn Care, and we get a ton of likes and a ton of engagement, and people actually go from Instagram over to Facebook to register for the events and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the cool thing about Instagram is the ability to use all the hashtags, and people are really finding a lot. You can find content easier because of the hashtags versus on Facebook where it really never took off, the hashtag.
And then you can also follow hashtags now on Instagram.
Yes.
So that's huge as well.
So talk to me about hashtags. What's the importance of
hashtags it's actually, hashtags are very long, but you need to learn how to use it. It's actually an SEO thing. So
what's SEO mean?
So SEO is search engine optimization.
Okay.
So that's when you Google something, depending on your search engine optimizations, where you fall on Google.
Oh.
So if you have good search engine optimization and you search Listen, Learn, Care, you're going to be number one and stuff like that. And then usually your website's number one, and then your social media platforms fall underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So with hashtags, you kind of you're trying to get found, right? You're trying to get found on all these different hashtags.
Okay, so that's fine.
So on Instagram, the maximum you can use is 30. So you have to be very strategic with your hashtags. And there's actually a rule, but it's a good best practice of out of those 30, you want a chunk to be huge, like over 13 million hashtags, and then you want other ones to be smaller, and then you want others to be local. So with Listen, Learn, Care, we started Listen, Learn, Care hashtag just for people to build some traction in that hashtag for it to come up on Google. And then you also put South Florida because we need a location. And then you put small business, and that's a little bit bigger of a hashtag. And then you put we put women who work on like the wing woman stuff, and that's an even bigger hashtag and stuff like that.
So then we need to make sure that everybody's doing that. I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that I always find really interesting is the audience. Like, right? Like, our audience, like, if our audience isn't using Instagram, like, there's a lot of people that use stories, but there's a lot of people that don't. So I still go to some conferences. Well, if I go to a content conference, like, most people are using this kind of stuff. But still, locally, for business conferences, most people are not, they're not on Instagram, and they're not on Twitter, and they don't really use the hashtag movement type stuff. Like, it's not a prominent thing that's talked about throughout the conference.
I think it's getting bigger though.
It is, but different in, like, I still see, like, local business, like, networking kind of things aren't pushing it.
Yeah.
Social media conferences and content marketing conferences, of course, like, they have on all the slides the hashtag and everything. Like, it's like a very, hey guys, use this, share this, Snapchat filters, like, all of those things. Whereas a lot of businesses just still haven't. Again, I think most people are still getting their hands around Facebook and all the things that you can do with Facebook.
But I think you also, like, it's a matter of training training our audience that these are where you're going to find, I mean, because everybody likes to see pictures of themselves.
Right.
Everybody
and I
likes
want it to be reposted.
And wants to see what they're doing, or, when our, and we only speak of ourselves right now, but, I mean, everybody that's listening to us, when they come and they see themselves, and then we're able to take great pictures. Carlos takes those and puts those out, and we're able to put those with that. I mean, that would be, I think, but I don't think if we don't train them to go to the right.
Well, we honestly, we could do a workshop on Instagram. Just using Instagram. What I would want to see is a workshop on using Instagram stories. Because I'll do stories and, like, they're just very, like, I do little selfie, like, video type stuff or whatever. But then I see some people create these amazing graphic images. And I'm like, how do they do that?
What's really cool about Instagram stories versus Snapchat is you can make something and then put it up. It doesn't have to be in that moment.
Yes. So that's what those people are doing, and then they just, like, click.
I think even Canva has a thing where you can make it, like, it has a...
They do! Canva is, like, getting better and better every day. In fact...
all right, what's Canva?
Canva, if you have you describe it, because...
it's kind of like if you want the Adobe suite, but you don't want to pay for it.
If you don't want to hire a graphic designer and you want to do it yourself, you can use Canva. They have, like, thousands and thousands of images already sized for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
I love the icons. Like, finding icons is so difficult.
Yeah.
So, if they're already in there.
And you can take them, and then you can actually, you can just take them, and then you can customize them to you and your brand, and
you can upload your own photos, and so you can upload your logo and put it in there.
Yeah, that's what I use when you asked me to, like, throw something up when you did your little bee dance extravaganza. Sometimes she'll just be like, can you do this? I'm like, I'm not a graphic designer. Hold on. And I go into Canva and I just create something quick. It doesn't look amazing to me, but she's like, it looks amazing.
What's also great is with one thing, I made, like, the background, right? And then you're going to put the text in there.
Yes.
So it works both ways.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great platform. And so, I don't really leverage it that much or use it, but I get insta jealous of people when I see all
this is like digital crafts for me.
It is. It really is.
This
you
will
get
be
to be.
digital crafts.
Some people are just so super creative. So, okay. I mean, seriously, like, we could go on and on and on. I really think it would be fun. We should have you do a lunch and learn. Okay. And do, like, would you be able to do, like, an Instagram type?
Yeah, sure.
Because I really do feel like business is, you're right, like, around training the audience. And I think a lot of people, they just don't know who to turn to or where to go with Instagram. And I think a lot of people are curious to know. People are curious to know about all the social networking sites. But I think Instagram is that second one after Facebook because it's so similar to Facebook. I mean, they freaking bought it.
Yeah.
So... I think that would be a really great next step for people to go.
I agree.
I think because we live in such a visual world now, too.
Yeah.
Like, Instagram's so important. And you have to be quality content on Instagram, otherwise people aren't going to like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
crappy photos just don't work.
No. Call it like you said, Alexa. So did anybody have any comments? Or?
I can't really see. Well, no.
Okay.
People aren't asking questions because apparently I feel like with these it's a lot of
No, they got
good information, but like it's a lot.
So much.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
I just think, what I would really appreciate from you, if I could ask, is just and we can add it in a little afterwards. Is I think it is a lot of information. So I know, like with Facebook adding this piece that you said, and Instagram, maybe just even if you gave us like a tip sheet, like one-liners, like Facebook, what you would do, or this is what, and we'll add it to as we post it up, and we'll put it on the thing.
You know what we could do? You know what you should do? Anthony said very inspiring, and yes, great info. And Lynn would love to learn more about Instagram stories. This makes me want to do a quick improv lesson using Instagram. You totally should.
You should be on Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Anthony, are you not on Instagram stories?
He has
because
events.
you already do. Well, he does those little Instagram videos I see all the time.
I think some of the stories we could do.
You know what would be cool if we did like a little short clip giving a social media tip every week that we shared on Instagram.
Yeah.
And Facebook.
On Facebook.
Done. Done and done. We're doing them.
They're coming from her.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not me.
Oh, yeah. Not me.
Well, nobody will believe me.
We're going to do them. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be. All right. Little tips coming your way, and we'll definitely get you scheduled because that would be really fun to have like a whole workshop on Insta Stories.
Yeah. And then I think Anthony Francis should come to that when we do that, and then we'll use him as being our to do the Instagram story. Done and done.
Okay. Come do some improv with us.
Yeah.
And Mary, I keep telling Anthony, I'm committed. I'm going to go to an improv class. It hasn't happened yet this year, but it's only January. We're gonna go.
We promise.
We're making it happen.
We'll make it happen.
I know it's fun. I think I'm just a little nervous, but we'll be there.
We'll get it over her to trust me, Anthony.
Alexis, are you in? Are you in?
No.
Come on.
Anthony came and did a class at Woo.
Yes.
You were part of it
too,
weren't
for
you?
a little bit. Then I had to go.
An intern. It was fun.
Lies. He says lies. No,
is that lies?
We'll be here. We'll be there.
I'll watch.
Oh, I'm much braver than.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
hey, look, we got on stage and danced to.
They made me do that.
Backstreet Boys.
Made.
I think that was the other way around.
Yeah, don't think.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Alexis, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, it was fun.
We will definitely have you come back, and maybe we can do little segments, like one on Facebook, one on Instagram. We'll see where this goes. But
and I think we could do one on hashtags.
Yeah, well,
because I think for people, they don't know how to use them.
There's also banned hashtags. There's also some hashtags you should not use, and Instagram will See,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think and I think that's what we should do.
So don't go throwing.
Awesome.
We have to go. We have planning to do.
All right.
It was so great I was gonna say it was so great to see all of you, but it is great to see all of you that showed up. And again, please like this and let us know what topics you want to hear about, because we do this show for you. So let us know, comment. Again, we would love to get more and more of you involved online or involved live with us, because that's another reason why we do it, so that we can interact with you. So if you showed up and you're here, thank you so much for being part of the Listen, Learn, Care community. Thank you again, Alexis, for being our guest today. And we will see you next week, 12 o'clock, here on Hanging Out at the Hive.
Thank you.